I'm Holden Douglas here at Crypto.com Arena, where the Oilers toppled the Kings 3-1. Right from the beginning, Edmonton's forecheck dominated this game. The Kings struggled so much to get the puck out of their D zone that it basically became a firing range for the Oilers offense. The Kings really tried to keep it close as Darcy Kemper was single-handedly keeping LA in this game, but when Matthias Janmark gave the Oilers the lead, that was pretty much it. The Kings' lethargic offense couldn't do much as the Kings fall short and are losing 3-2 in this series. We got to hear what the players and coach said about the deflating loss.
Andre, you guys have a chance to even the series back up in Edmonton. What was it about tonight's game, though, that maybe gave them the upper hand?
Yeah, we couldn't really get anything going, obviously, and the shot clock was pretty evident that we didn't sustain any zone time, and when you don't have that, it's hard to string shifts together and gain some momentum. So we're gonna look at some stuff and make sure that we do a lot better job.
How much did frustration mount as the game went on?
Sorry?
How much did frustration mount for you guys as the game went on, not being able to connect passes or really get?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy, but we got to push through it. It is what it is. We knew we were going to have to win the game on the road eventually, and no better time to do it now.
You mentioned the shots on goal. Darcy was fantastic. Can you comment about his play?
Yeah, Darcy was stellar tonight, as he's been the whole season in the series. So, he gave us a chance, and we couldn't get the whole lot going.
Andre, you guys are going with three lines, mostly four defensemen for the series. Is it kind of catching up to you guys, I think?
No, I think guys are feeling good. We're getting rest days and all that, and it's not a factor.
You guys
How difficult will it be, Andre, for you and your teammates to forget about this game, or what did you learn from it?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard right now. Obviously, everybody's frustrated, but we got to put it behind us. We got to go win a game on the road, and that's what we're going to focus on.
Andre, you guys have really dictated the pace of playing this series up until tonight. Do you think maybe there was an element of showing too much respect to this Edmonton team after the two losses?
I mean, you have to respect them, but yeah, for whatever reason, we didn't do it tonight, and we got to make sure that we do it on Thursday.
Why do you think it was so tough to get through the neutral zone, get into the offensive zone, put passes together? What do you think made it so tough?
You got to give obviously some credit to them. They were checking pretty well, but it's on us to find a way to break that and get some offense going.
Thanks, Andre.
Thank you.
Can you put into words your level of, or maybe frustration because of what happened this evening?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're all frustrated with the effort we gave. Throughout the whole season, we've been, playing hard at home. We love playing in front of these fans, and huge game for us, and we come out like that. So, yeah, frustrating.
Can you pinpoint exactly why and what happened?
No, there's lots of things. I think could have been quicker in the D zone, and I don't think we were moving our feet quite enough in the O zone. So they played a good game over there, and they made it hard on us, but we just had to be better.
Joel, was the energy there from the start?
Yeah,
for you guys?
Yeah, we were excited for the game. We left the last two games behind, and we were excited for this game, and everyone's feeling good. So we had the energy, but it obviously didn't show on the ice.
Joel, your top forward's been playing a lot. Is it tough when your top forward plays as many minutes as you guys have been playing in the series?
I don't think so. No, I think obviously with the overtime game, we played a lot, and we're trying to get the matchups, but we've been playing a lot of hockey all year, so I think we feel good.
You guys normally connect second passes, naturally make plays. Tonight, it seemed like there was a struggle all night. Was it frustrating? Did that build? What was that like? Because that's not normally your game.
Yeah, I mean, usually if we're off in the first period, we come out better in the second, and it just didn't happen tonight. Weren't connected, all over the ice. And yeah, we're definitely getting frustrated.
What are you in for Game 6? What's that going to be like trying to get up there?
You know, it's do or die for us. So nothing to save it for. We need to get if we want to win, we got to, eventually win some road games. So huge game for us. Think about this one tonight, but tomorrow is a new day. Go up to Edmonton and get ready for that game.
These last 3 games are the most shots you guys have allowed all season, 1, 2, and 3. What is going on out there, whether it's defensively or what they're doing to lead to that kind of tempo and that high of a total?
Yeah, I think they're shooting from all areas. They're just trying to get the puck to the crease, and they got bodies there. Thankfully, we got Darce. He's been unbelievable for us, and we want to make it easier on him, but he's been playing unbelievable hockey. We've relied on him too much in this series, so we got to block more shots. We got to take care of our D zone and limit their chances.
Is that comforting going into Game 6 that Darcy's on top of his game right now in terms of building on that?
He's given us confidence all year, for sure. Like I said, you don't want to rely on him too much, but he's there. He's been making unbelievable saves. They could have a lot more goals in this series if it wasn't for him.
Adrian Kempe playing some D in the third period. Is there anything you guys say to him on the bench or try to help him out in those situations?
No. He's been doing that throughout the season when we need him, and he's making plays. I think it's a great choice by the coaches to toss him out there, get some offense. So he's comfortable back there.
Joel, you mentioned them getting bodies and pucks to the front. It seems like their game plan, especially outside their top line, just get pucks into Darcy's pads and battle there. How difficult is that for you as a D-core to constantly have to get into those net front battles all night?
Yeah, they're doing a good job of that. Doesn't matter if we keep them to the outside; they're just kind of chucking them in there, and pucks are bouncing around. It's tough for Darce to cover them up, and they're just whacking away. So I think going into the next game, we just got to take the body, clear out in front of the net, and let Darce cover it up.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks. Pass from Mike to serve Dennis and then Austin.
Jim, how do you explain being so close in Edmonton and being really so dominated tonight?
What's the explanation? They executed way better than us tonight. That was the first one. They were stronger. They beat us in every area of the game, except for the special teams, oddly enough. But the goaltender was great for us to give us a chance. They were just better in every way. We can't look to one part of our game and think that that was acceptable or that was good enough.
Jim, I know you mentioned this morning that you didn't think the fatigue that you thought impacted the overtime was going to carry it over into this game, but like you said, just from the start they were winning all the battles. Do you think it did carry over in this game?
Well, it's a good question, Austin, but if you think about right from the start, so I could see as the game wore on, I think, we could talk about that. They had us from the start of the game. That's the bigger concern. It didn't take us to get fatigued right out of the gate. And you're not fatigued, in the first period. You shouldn't be anyway. So, maybe later in the game we didn't generate enough. You can maybe point to that, but I don't think out of the gate. They were just better.
Eric?
Yeah, Jim, right over here. Connectivity is at the essence of you guys' game. Being a 5-man unit, all line after line, shift after shift. What do you think was behind the lack of it tonight, just in terms of not being able to connect passes or really just not being in sync?
Yeah, and you know what? I can tell you we weren't connected defensively either. I think you're connected on both sides of the puck. We were not connected defensively, and I don't think we gave ourselves a great chance. We turned the puck over. I mean, you guys watched the game. How many times did we turn the puck over so we were disorganized? They came racing at us. That team, if you got them odd man rushes, we'd probably give them more odd man rushes in the first period tonight than they might have had in the whole series to this part. You're just not going to win that. We're not going to win that way. Maybe some other teams can win that way. We're not going to win that way. And that's why we play the style that we do. We have to keep it tight and then grind you for one or two.
Jim, as you said, you thought that they had played you in most phases of the game. You've got about 45 hours to turn it around. What do you hang on to? How do you turn it around now and get guys to believe and be positive?
Well, I think we've had a pretty good season to this part, and guys have put in a massive effort thus far. So you got to go win a game. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but it goes up and down. Like Dennis said, from the 29-second mark till now, it doesn't look very good. We got to go win a hockey game. They took it away from us. We got to go in a hockey game and take it back. That's just the way it goes. I mean, there's no tricks here.
So you lean on the season more than anything that's happened?
Well, no, we lean on the season. We've proven we're a pretty good hockey team. I guess that's what I say. So you're a pretty good hockey team. Go there and take it back, because they just took it away from you.
Okay, from a coaching standpoint, this was so out of character, though, for you guys specifically, with so much on the line.
Yeah.
Is there an approach that psychologically you want to do something a little bit different with this next game, the whole season on the line?
Well, we're going to have to be tighter than we were tonight. You're going to have to be tighter. And you got to give Edmonton credit. That's the best game they've played start to finish. There's no doubt. We have to be tighter. That's just the bottom line. Way tighter.
Jim over here. On the topic of being tighter, I mean, these last 3 games, I think, are your highest shots allowed all season. 79-35 in the last 5 periods. What are they doing effectively, and what would you like to see more that's keeping the tempo so high and having you guys absorb so much of the action?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll just take it back to, going into the 3rd period in Edmonton in Game 3. I don't know what they had, 15 or 16 shots at that point. Scoring chances, they might have had some shots in the 3rd period. They didn't have many looks at all. So I'm not worried about shots so much as the quality of chances that they're getting. Tonight, they got shots and quality of chances. Now, in the overtime, they had quality chances. That's a different story. So, to your point, 4 periods, but prior to that, we were on it. We got to get back on it.
Jim, we were just talking to Joel Edmondson about how that team generates offense, especially away from their top line. They just get pucks into Darcy's pads and they battle in front. Obviously, the best way to counter that is to win those battles, but if you're not winning them, is there anything you can do strategically to kind of combat that kind of offense?
Well, they got in the inside, so we can't let them get in the inside. And so much of it was disorganized from us that we didn't have, we were overwhelmed. We were outnumbered at our net. That doesn't usually happen. So when you're outnumbered and they're hungry, they're going to get banging on your pads. So there's just so much. I can't explain it here. It just was not a good, you can say offensive game for us, but we're a solid checking team. That's where our game starts. And you can see if we just want to try to play a pure offensive game, it doesn't work.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay.
The Kings were such a great home ice team, but they fell flat in this game. Now LA is going to have to do something they've struggled with this entire season, and that's win on the road. If the Kings do not win this game, then their season is over, and they will lose to the Oilers for the 4th season in a row. This game is going to determine what the Kings are made of. Reporting from Crypto.com Arena, I'm Holden Douglas with Infanity TV.